Meet Matt and Tyler, two Tippy students at the University of Iowa. Matt and Tyler love many things. They love to race. They love to rate their professors. But most of all, they love cupcakes. In fact, their love of cupcakes grew so much that they decided to use their JPEG resources in order to start a cupcake business called the Iowa Cupcake Company, not to be confused with their arch rivals from the Hawkeye Cupcake Company. Although the company had started with great success, their numbers are falling.
Why are we doing so poorly, while Hawkeye Cupcake Company is doing so well?
We need to get to the bottom of this. Let's spy on them.
There they are. They're in there having their meeting.
Let's watch them.
Sales in the last few weeks have been incredible. Your ideas of implementing new employees and adding a new mixer to our system have been just ingenious. I really don't know what our company would be able to do without an operations manager like you.
I think they're leaving.
I think that was a very productive meeting.
I couldn't agree more.
There he is. Get him! Get him! Yeah! Let's go!
Who are you and what do you want with me?
We know you're the key to Hawkeye Cupcake success. We need your help.
Well, let me take a look at your operations.
So after examining your operations for a couple of days, I believe that I have discovered the problem. Since you do not have cupcakes in stock, you will only bake the cupcakes when the orders come through, thus customers must wait. Although this wait is natural for your particular setup, your customers are upset because the wait is incredibly long. The wait decreases goodwill, and customers may not return, and this negatively impacts profits. So what affects this customer's wait time? We should first look at what affects a unit, in this case, a cupcake's wait time in the process. For a single operation, aka baking cupcakes, this equation quantifies the effects on a unit's wait time in the baking process. When any one of these factors increases, the average wait time for a unit in the process increases as well. We can reduce wait time by reducing one or more of these factors. For you in particular, I think the primary focus should be on the variation of job processing times. In other words, how can you reduce variability in the time it takes to perform tasks? One option is to create standard operating procedures for workers. Matt, who has a little knowledge in operations, knew this would be an important measure, so he designed and implemented personalized standard operating procedures for the two workers in the kitchen. But recently, the time it takes your employees to perform certain tasks has not been consistent. Why? The answer is Tyler. Tyler, without Matt's knowledge, fired one of the kitchen workers for reasons only he knows.
You're fired!
Embarrassed and fearing Matt's anger, Tyler decided to fill the position himself. Unfortunately, Tyler is unaware of the standard operating procedures that Matt has implemented within the kitchen setting. Matt made his employees memorize the different recipes for each type of cupcake so they would not waste time reviewing the recipe. Tyler sometimes remembers the recipe and sometimes he does not. This creates variation in the time it takes him to finish this task. Matt has said that batter needs only 50 strokes to be considered mixed and no more. Tyler waits until he believes the batter looks good, which is sometimes much more than 50 strokes. Could take 2 minutes, could take 5 minutes. For Tyler, the time to accomplish this task is also variable because he does not follow the correct mixing procedure. Tyler's times vary, sometimes significantly, in most of the tasks because he is not following the standard operating procedures. Many times, the other worker needs to wait for Tyler to finish his batter so they can fill the trays and place them in the oven at the same time. Tyler creates a backup by finishing his batter, so cupcakes, which could be baked in the oven, need to wait for Tyler to add his batter to the tray. The high variability in time that it takes Tyler to perform his tasks forces these other cupcakes to wait in the process, increasing overall wait time. So how does this increased wait time for the unit, aka cupcake, affect customer wait time? Increased wait time increases flow time, decreasing throughput rate, according to Little's law. Your company is not producing as many cupcakes as you could, and customers are getting angry because this is causing them to wait longer for their orders. Remember that there is always some inherent variation, but we can reduce some variability by teaching Tyler the kitchen's standard operating procedures.
Thank you. I learned so much about the role of an operations manager. How did you learn all of this?
Well, not that. I learned it all in this orange packet. Everything you need to know about operations management can be found right here.